Okay, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today I'm going to be talking about the second half of the distributive property notes. Over the last, I don't know, 6, 7 years, I've definitely changed the way I teach this lesson. So I thought it'd be a good idea to just go ahead and redo these notes based on the ways that I teach it these days. Okay? All right. So these kind of questions are asked pretty often on the Algebra EOC. Okay? So you have to be ready for them. And I want to talk about my method of solving these types of problems. All right, so probably the stupidest thing in the world, the stupidest thing that I probably ever come up with in my own class, right, is this idea. For now on in my class, you're going to hear me say this. Anytime you see us subtracting a parenthesis from now on, okay? All right, subtracting a parenthesis. So like, let's put 2x plus 1 here. Anytime we're subtracting a parenthesis from now on, so this right here, right? This part right here. We're going to call those hippos from now on. Your job is to be spotting hippos all the time. All right? Be looking for these. Okay, so why does Gillespie call them hippos? Gillespie calls them hippos because of all the animals in Africa, the most dangerous animal, the animal that kills more people than anything else, is the mosquito. But if I call these mosquitoes, nobody would be scared. So we call them hippos because the largest hippos do kill more people than tigers, lions, or anything else in Africa, right? It's just a stupid way of remembering. Look for hippos all the time. All right. If we were sitting in my class and somebody messed what I'm about to show you, they mess us up, we would have a moment of silence for them as a friendly reminder of look out for hippos, don't get eaten. Okay. So that is the key. That piece that I just arrowed there is the key to these problems. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Anytime you have a subtracting of a parenthesis, I want you to put a 1 there, okay? So we're going to put the 1 there. Now here's the key. You're going to distribute the -1 to both pieces, right there. That's what you're going to do. And once you get that, it's not hard, okay? None of that's necessarily hard. Remember to put the 1 there, and then understand that you're not distributing a +1, you're distributing a -1. So the 15x stays alone, right? -1 times 2x is -2x. -1 times +1, right? Because if we chunk this, it's a +1, is -1. Then we rechunk it, and we get 15x and -2x, 13x minus 1, okay? The very common mistake is to put a plus here. People will put, let me do this in a different color. They'll make this plus, all right? And that's because they're not distributing the negative to both of them, okay? All right. So let's just do these 3 examples real quick on your notes. What the heck is going on? My screen is frozen. Wow. All right, so I'm going to go through these 4 examples. You ready? All right, first problem. Put the 1 there. Oh, first thing, don't use that color. Put the 1 there. Okay? We're going to distribute a -1 to the t and to the +3, right? So we get 15t. -1 times t, or 1t, is -1t. -1 times +3 is -3. Chunk it. 15t and -1t is 14t and -3. That's it. Example 13. Put the 1 there, right? We're going to distribute a -1 to the 2x and to the -7. I'll make this a little bit bigger. To the -2x and to the -7. We're distributing a -1, right, to the 2x and to the -7. So we get 12x. -1 times 2x is -2x. -1 times -7 is +7. rechunk it. (12x and negative 2x is 10x plus 7. Okay. Example 14. All right. We do have a subtraction of a parentheses here, so we're going to put the 1 there, right? We're going to distribute a 1/4 to this, a 1/4 to that, right? So let's do that first. 1/4 of 4x. Remember, the tops of fractions mean multiply, bottoms mean divide. So 4 times 1 is 4, divided by 4 is 1. So this is 1x. 1/4 of negative 8 is negative 2. We're distributing a negative 1 to the 1x, right? And a negative 1 to the negative 5. Negative 1 times 1x is negative 1x. Negative 1 times negative 5 is positive 5. Now, something interesting happens here. This is a good problem. Look what happens. Once I rechunk this, positive 1x and negative 1x make 0. They're gone, right? These are gone. Negative 2 plus 5 is 3. So we get 3 as our answer. This is kind of interesting because you know what this 3 means? This 3 means no matter what you put in for x, okay? Whatever x equals to. So you could say x is 12, x is 1,000,000, x is 5, x is 7. No matter what you put into the problem, the answer will always be 3. Okay? That's what that is saying, which is kind of interesting that you wouldn't think it would always turn out to 3, but it does. Okay? Be careful with the hippos. Last problem. All right. We're going to distribute 2/5 to the 10x and 2/5 to the negative 5. 2/5 of 10x, remember, tops multiply, bottoms divide. I'm going to divide first. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4, so this is 4x. Negative 5 divided by 5 is negative 1, times 2 is negative 2. If you're struggling with that, I would suggest you go back and watch the lesson on order of operations and see what we did there, okay? All right, now we're going to distribute a negative 1/8 to 16x and a negative 1/8 to the 24. All right, so a negative times a positive is a negative. So you know this is going to be negative something, right? 1/8 of 16 is 2x, right? So 1/8 of 16x is negative 1/8 of 16x is negative 2x. And negative 1/8 of 24, 24 divided by 8 is 3, so it's negative 3. Rechunk it. Right, rechunk it. 4x negative 2x makes 2x. Negative 2 and negative 3 makes negative 5. Okay? So just be careful with these, right? Look for hippos. Look for hippos. Why do I call it? Don't write with that pen color. Look for hippos. And when you see them, be careful with them, right? If we were sitting in my class and somebody messed them up, we would mess around with it and laugh about it because we're trying to teach you to be looking for them, right? If you look for these subtraction of parentheses, if you look for them, you're not going to fall for them, yeah? So that's the key to these problems. Make sure you're distributing the negative, not the positive version of that number. All right, well, good luck with that, and have a good day.